guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Kuto, and if you're new here, please do join our beautiful family. And if you are a returner, thanks for tuning in. Oh, if you're new in here, please do not forget to smash the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell button so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I'm looking cute, yeah. Anyways, guys, as you can see by the title of this video, today's video is about a story time. It's basically about a friend. It's not really about someone else. So without rambling too much, let's get straight to the video. This happened back in 2020. Yeah, I have once got a friend, a very good one. The reason why I'm passed with is because we are no longer, actually it's not like we are no longer friends. We are very distant to each other, and right now she's staying in Johannesburg, moved out from Bimananga. It seems like they are not gonna come back anymore. Let's give her a name. Let's say her name is Pito. So Pito and I were very close, to a point that we knew each other's secrets. Like, our friendship was just amazing. Our friendship was just amazing. Cool. And then 2020, Pito was single. I remember was very seeking. Like, she wanted a relationship with all her heart. So on the 16th of June, I remember it was on Youth Day, she was like, girl, let's go to the mall. Maybe I might find someone. Cool. We decided that we're gonna go to the mall. Okay, on the 16th morning, I called her and I told her that I won't be able to go with her to the mall because something came up so quick. And then fine, she understood and she still went to the mall. Fine, she went there alone apparently. And then later that day, she texted me and she's like, girl, I'm back from the mall and you won't believe what happened. The thing about us, one of us says you won't believe what happened. It's basically one of the greatest news ever. And was like, girl, what's up? And she told me that she won't believe on what she found today at the mall. Then I told her to explain. Oh, I'm sorry guys for that. It's just some messages me. Then she told me that she was at Spur, and then there's this other guy approached her and they were talking and they exchanged numbers. And then apparently she told me that this guy actually paid for my bill and left me with some cash. So I was so confused, like, how can a stranger, well, yeah, how can a stranger do that to you? And I asked her and she was like, girl, he actually likes me. I know you guys gonna say no, I was very jealous or something on the comment section by asking on how is this guy. Like, apparently our friendship was not that way. That's why she never took it that way. Fine. He told me that the guy actually paid for her bill and then she actually left her with some cash and then went to a business meeting. She told me so. She told me that the guy was actually going for a business meeting and then she left her with some cash to actually spoil me herself. She still wanna stay there. If she still wanna chill there, left her with some cash and then went wherever he was going. Fine, I was happy for my friend. I congratulated her and I asked her, guys, one thing about me, all my friends know, like, if you find a new guy, if you tell me about a new guy, I'm definitely gonna ask you how old is he. So I asked her, how old is this guy? And she told me that he's not that old. And I was like, estimation, because obviously she's not gonna know his age. They just met a few moments ago. So I understood, and then I was like, please estimate for me. And then she was like, no, he's not that old. Okay, fine. I congratulated her. And then I asked her, do you think this guy is the right one for you? And then that's when things started. She was like, no, I think he's the right one, but then though he seems like he has a family, like his phone kept on ringing and seems like he was speaking with a wife and something like that. Cold, we move. And then next day she woke me up with a call, and then she called me and she was like, girl, you won't believe again. And then I was like, what's wrong now? She told me that the guy actually has sent her 3,000, 3K, a whole K, 3K. And I was like, how is that possible? Why did he send you that kind of money? She told me that no, I asked him and she said it's because I gave him my time, we're talking and blah 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 blah. So in my mind, guys, the blesser weight was running in my weight because that time, very in 2020, you know, get that time, blesser, it it was all over, like it was trendy, it was on trend. So I was like, maybe she got replaced, but then how can she do it, because wabona what's happening in the world. And then I let it slide. Fine. And then she said, let's go to the mall. Da, 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 da. Apparently I was having it that day. I was going to write a test. I could not go. Told her that let's make it another time. Cool. And then we met up later that day that we were supposed to go to the mall. Showed me the guy's pictures, and then I was like, and the guy seemed old, guys, I don't wanna lie. So I asked the girl, are you sure this person is the right one for you? Don't this person is a blazer? Like, how can you date a blazer? It's me. I was actually telling her this. How can you date a blazer while you can see what's happening in our world? And she was like, no, I do not think so. He has a big body. Think that's how we think he is. Then I said, okay, text this guy, because they were basically talking while I was with there. Then I said, text this guy and ask how old is he. She did so. She asked the guy how old is he. So the guy took a long typing. Like, she took literally for sure 5 minutes when typing. To my surprise, it was just 2 lines. Yeah, 2 lines, but then he actually took so long to type that message. I understood maybe he was very busy when typing that message. You ever been so busy to a point that you were supposed to type and then something keeps on coming up and then you keeps on deleting? Yeah, I thought that way. The guy definitely sent him a message, and so I was like, I'm 32 years old. Is that too bad? And she was like, you see, I told you that it's not that bad. And then immediately when she was showing me that message, and she was like, I'm kidding, I'm 48 years old. And I was like, phew. And it's like, no, friend, you know how guys lies. And I was like, friend, you know, this looks very, very old. You can see by the pictures though. Fine, my friend never took my advice, and she never does that. Cool, it's fine. And then they were actually happy, and I was glad that she's happy. There was nothing I can do. And then but then one thing that kept on worrying me, they were actually meeting on a hotel. It's either on a hotel or at a restaurant. Only there. The guy kept on sending him money. Like if I can tell you on how my friend used to get money from that guy, from that man, yo, it was very, very a huge money. Like he will just send money and then a homework. The relationship was just cool. The relationship was just fine. I was happy for her, obviously, but then I was not actually that happy because I saw that this person is just not the one for my friend. Like the guy was just old. And then mid-August, that's when things started. I don't remember which day was it, but then it was around mid-August when she told me that the guy actually asked to spend the night with her. And mind you, they have never slept. Like they have never had sex. Fine. I asked her, and then what do you think about that? She told me that actually told me I'll have to agree because this guy has done a lot for me, so why will not I? Like why will someone get help and then okay, fine. They actually spent a night together, and she told me that she was safe, I should not worry, and the next day she came back home, and she later texted me and she was like, girl, we need to talk, like let's meet at my hood. Fine, I was very worried, I was very shocked on what happened. Cool. I went there later and then we had a chat, and she was like, girl, you won't believe what happened. The guy actually gave me 5,000 rand, and she started crying while I was talking about the money, and I was like, what's wrong now? Like I was shocked on what's wrong. Like, and I felt like maybe the guy did something to her, he raped her. I literally took her phone in her hand and was like actually calling the guy, actually, I'm sorry to this guy today, gonna get him arrested. I was like, no, it's not about that, let me explain something to you. One thing about my friend, she was very, very emotional. So fine, then I was like, then tell me what's wrong. Then I actually tried homemade stuff like that, and then she told me that, girl, we actually did the deed. I was like, okay, and then what's wrong? Because you knew that this was gonna happen, then why are you surprised? And when she was like, girl, actually my pussy hurts. I was like, why? It was like, girl, I felt like something was inside me. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, maybe almost 7 months not doing the deed. Maybe it's because of that. And I was like, maybe it's tighten up. You know how this thing is. Like, if you're not doing that, obviously it will definitely tighten up. I was like, no, like, I do not think that's the case, because it was very, very hard, man, to a point that there were blood coming out. I was like, how did you know that there were blood? Did you saw the blood? And she was like, no, I saw the blood the next morning, and I did not find him on my bed, on the bed that I was sleeping with him. I was like, so you never contacted him or something like that? And Are, essentially, he blocked me. And I was like, girl, what do you think you did, ne? And then I was in shock, guys. I was very, very confused. I needed a clarity on what happened. So I kept asking her some questions, and she was like, and I don't understand why she kept on insisting the fact that we should do the date in the dark, like, meaning like the guy never wanted her to do the date with lights on. He actually forced her to switch off the lights. And I was like, no, that's not something new. Some people prefer it that way. So what do you think? And she was like, girl, my pussy hurts. And she was crying, guys. If I could tell you, very, very emotional. So she was crying. And I was so worried. I was like, no, man. Maybe she's just afraid to tell me that this guy actually raped her. That's how I thought. And I was like, Pizzo, are you sure that what you're telling me is true? And she was like, girl, it's true. Like, my pussy hurts. Fine. And then I said, okay, let's go to the clinic then. And then I will change and stuff. And then I was surprised Moto Aitla. And then I feel like, girl, I was like, what now? Let's go to the clinic. She was like, girl, I'm on my periods. And I was like, and then why are you so surprised? And I was, oh, I'm actually having a heavy flow, and I'm actually a normal flow. You know that. No, I was like, maybe it's because they had the date. Maybe I just thought so. And she was like, girl, that's not normal. Okay, then I was like, okay, show me then. He showed me, like, guys, if I could tell you how much the blood were, you won't believe. Like, it was like what Chella made. So yo, guys, I was in shock. And I was like, okay. What happened? So we can go to the clinic. Maybe there's something bad happened to you. Inside. Para, then we went to clinic. Then when we get there, they did what they did to her. And then she came in. She was like, they actually told me that maybe the person was just rough on me and stuff. Okay, fine, we'll let it slide. We went back home. She actually spent the whole day sleeping. So, like, even when I called her, she was not answering my calls. Then when I called her later, and she was like, girl, I was sleeping and stuff. And which is I am, because they actually gave her some pills in the clinic. So she told me that I'm better now, but then I feel like there's something moving in my tummy. So I was just shocked. Get the period pains. I thought so. And I was like, I told her not to worry. Fine. And the next morning, no, actually, no. Yeah, it was in the morning, around 3. I received a call from her. And she was like, girl, I think I'm having something in my body again. And she was like, now I'm in shock. I'm blood stopped running out. Then now I'm feeling something heavy on my body, in my stomach basically. And I told her, oh, you're just worrying too much. Maybe. And told her to sleep and then we'll go somewhere tomorrow. Tomorrow early morning, I went to her house. It was around 8 o'clock when I found her with her mother. Then my mother was like, no, Kutu, I think there's something wrong with Pizzo. Please just, I want to take her to a traditional doctor. I think there's something wrong with her. And I was like, okay, fine, I can come along with you guys. And then when we get there, and then she actually consulted, and when she came back, she told us, no, I heard that he actually slept with him. It is something. Basically, they told her that the guy actually put something in her stomach. Like, I was in shock. Like, how can somebody do that? Like, how do they do that? Then, but no, it seems like that. And then she was like, no, apparently this guy, some of the guys, they actually target the small girls, and then they basically took their legs to be theirs. Like but everyone to be theirs. They actually target these girls, you know, the teenagers basically. And then I was like, so you're gonna get her? And she was like, unfortunately, the traditional doctor told me that this thing is gonna be a long process, and he's not promising on whether he's gonna be fine or not. Cool. And then we went back home, and then we went to another traditional doctor on Friday. They actually told her the same thing. Cool. And then we tried seeking help for her, and then that's it. Go to another doctor, and then they did give her some medicine. And immediately when she started using the medicines, that's when things went south. Started losing weight. Like, she was not on herself. Like, she was really losing it, because she was not the person I'm used to anymore. She started smoking. And remember, when I say smoking, I'm not just talking about a hablu or something. She started rolling blunts. If I could tell you, like, life that started being so miserable. Like, mother tried seeking help to her. Everything was just working, and until they decided to move to Johannesburg. I warn you guys, please do not ever date old people. Besides being old, guys, the thing is that you guys love money so much. Like, if my friend was dating that man without money, I'm pretty sure that Nkaba as a Robert did the guy at the end. I think she did all those because of money. So guys, please do not ever because of a fame. Please try to take care of yourself, because we are living in a very, very cruel world. So please don't try to be the person that we're gonna give an example about. Please. So I forgot to tell you something. Like, her stomach was very, very huge. Like, you'll swear that maybe she's pregnant. Like, her stomach kept on growing. So I do not know about her healing process right now, because last time when I spoke to her, she told me that she got help somewhere. So I don't know about her current health. Look, she's gonna be fine. And then if you see this friend, please be fine. I hope you heal, and I'm wishing you a speedy recovery, babe. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, not just date people, all people just for money. Take care of yourself. I love you all, and thanks you guys for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button to know about Storytime in the comment section. Please do comment on the story that's more similar like this, and I would like to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. Thank you.